Hey, this is Ryan Swaim with Dunes Realty Vacation Rentals, Garden City Beach in Surfside, South Carolina.
This is an HTC Business Member Spotlight with your host, Diane Devon Stokes.
So Ryan, how long has Dunes been here?
Well, in our current iteration, about 55 years. Members of the current ownership group bought into the company in 1969 and rebranded it Dunes, so pretty much as long as I've been alive.
Let's talk about the family.
Sure. So Dunes Realty is owned by my father, Rod Swaim, and Gary Nichols. Gary's father was one of the founding members of the company many years ago.
And obviously you've grown tremendously. It isn't, as you said in your intro, not just Garden City, but Surfside too.
That's right, it sure is. And we started as a very, very small agency, primarily focused on selling. And back in those days, there really wasn't such a thing as vacation rentals. They really didn't exist. We thought it would be a pretty good idea to start, and there were a few companies around the East Coast that were doing it. But it was the vacation rental side of things was really just an adjunct to sales. It was a way to stay in touch with homeowners and to give them maybe a reason to buy in anticipation of getting that sales commission. My father saw it and realized how lucrative it could be and decided to make it a bigger part of the focus of the business.
So he was kind of an early VRBO Airbnb.
Let's not call it Airbnb and VRBO. He preceded them by a long shot. So yes, we've been doing it since 1969, and again, we're proud to be one of the founding fathers, so to speak, of the industry.
One of the things I've always been impressed with is the fact that you all have been incredibly involved in the community, doing fundraisers for nonprofits. I know you've been tremendously active, especially your dad, before you, at the Myrtle Beach Chamber of Commerce. And so why do you get involved in things like that take a lot of time?
Well, this area has given an awful lot to us. And we just feel it's important to always keep giving back and to keep making sure the community stays on a positive track.
And you do, and that's great. And so how do you partner with HTC, Ryan?
Well, HTC is a fantastic organization, and we really love the fact that they are local. Ori is right there in the name, and it's perfect. When we call them, we get someone local. We get tech support here. They are here in a flash. They know when there's a hurricane coming. They know if there's a king tide down here in Garden City. They're already on top of it, and they're ready to come and get us back up and running, usually within a matter of very few hours.
And they provide you with what services?
So a little bit of everything. Long distance, which is obviously extremely important. All of our toll-free calling. That's not as important anymore now that the internet has taken over. But they also provide all of our internet access, all of our networking capabilities. We actually have 3 locations. So we can have servers in one of those locations that are accessible from all other offices and not by anyone else.
Well, we thank you for that endorsement. And this is Ryan Swaim, Dunes Realty.